Guys, I uploaded the all the recordings in the my YouTube channel, guys. You guys can go through it. You guys can ping the email IDs in the WhatsApp. So I will give you the access to you guys. Okay. Mm, so this is my YouTube channel, Tech World with Harry. The Tech World with Harry, I uploaded the something like I will show you like that. So Tech World with Harry. So if you go to the Tech World with Harry playlist, the playlist I created a AWS with the DevOps batch 50. So right, I uploaded all these two recordings, the last two recordings in the YouTube, guys. So whoever provide the email IDs in the WhatsApp group, so I will give a access to you guys. Okay. Yep. Thank you. Yeah. So what we will discuss in the yesterday, guys. So what we discussed in the yesterday, guys. We discussed about the what is Linux, what is OS, types of OS, Linux, right? Yeah. So Linux for cloud and DevOps engineers. So who can enroll something like a desire to move on to cloud or DevOps, or shifting from non-IT background to IT background, not worked on Unix Linux platform guys as a freshers. So they can able to yep. So they can able to learn this Linux, guys. So does it add a value to the if you learn AWS Linux? So able to fulfill your regular task on Linux OS, guys. Able to able to fulfill your regular tasks on Linux OS, a prerequisite to learn most of the new technologies, guys. So what is Linux? You already know, right? What is Linux? Why use Linux? What does open source mean? So what do you download the Linux kernel? What Linux distributions? How to practice? Right, guys. So something like what you will do. So what you will learn today? Why Linux? Why you use Linux? So what does open source means? What to download the Linux kernel of the source code? Linux distributions, how to practice the Linux. We discussed yesterday this everything. So what is a Linux, guys? Linux is a family of a open source Unix like operating system based on Linux kernel. An operating system kernel first released on September 17th, 1991 by Linus Torvald. Linux is typically packaged as a Linux distribution. So Linux distribution. So Linux is a open source. So open source we discussed right yesterday. Open source software is a software with the source code that anyone can inspect, modify, and enhance. So I already told you, right? Source code is a free of cost and source code also available. So if anyone can inspect, modify, and enhance also, we can access the source code of the Linux OS, allowed to run the program for any purpose or usage, allowed to change the program working procedure, free to distribute. Free to distribute. So what is the definition? Linux is a open source operating system based on the Unix. It is known for a security and a flexibility. History created by Linus Torvald in 1991. The name Linux comes from the Linux plus Unix. The first four letters from Linux and the last letter from Unix. So what is Unix? So Unix is a powerful multi-user multitasking operating system originally developed in the 1970s at AT&T Bell Labs, which serves as the foundation for many modern operating systems. Sounds for the many modern operating systems. Linux versus Unix. Linux licensed and Linux is a Unix is a licensed and Linux is a open sourced. So Linux is inspired by the Unix and is designed to be a Unix like. It follows many of the same principles and standards. So making it compatible with the Unix software and commands. So what is that, guys? So making it as a same like as a Unix. What are the key features? Key features are open source, multi-user, multitasking, and security and portability. So what is open source, guys? Source code is freely available and can be modified. Multi-users can access system resources simultaneously. Multitasking can run multiple tasks simultaneously. Security, a strong security features and regular updates. Portability can run on various hardware platforms. Market demand, which Linux OS is a market demand. Something like a job roles. Linux skills are in the demand for roles such as system administrator, DevOps engineers, cloud architects, software developers, network engineers, and cybersecurity professionals. So these everyone need to learn the Linux. So industry adoption. Many companies from tech giants like Google, Facebook, Amazon to a function to financial institutions and healthcare providers rely on Linux for their IT infrastructure. So where they are deploying their applications in the Linux operating system, right? So job roles, Linux skills are the mandatory skills. Everyone can know the Linux, either developer, either freshers or QA people, they will automate the process, right? So everyone can learn the Linux. So recommendation for the beginners. So which OS is recommended for the beginners? Ubuntu and CentOS. So CentOS is easy, guys. So Ubuntu is a widely used, has extensive documentation and a large community for support. CentOS community version for Red Hat Enterprise Linux, commonly used in enterprise environments. All the real-time environments they are using are Red Hat flavored OSs. What are those, guys? Red Hat flavored OSs. So what are the topics we are learning in the Linux basics, basics commands, creating and managing file directories, user administration, creating standard partitions and LVM, file and directory permissions and access control list, package management, YAM and RPM. So we will discuss these, guys. Now you understood, guys? So yesterday also we learned same, but right? Linux is So Linux is developed based on the Unix, but now you understood, right? What is the Linux versus Unix? So Unix is a licensed, but Linux is the open source. Why Linux is popular for everyone? So Linux is a open source. So Linux is a open source, multi-user, multitasking, security, and portability. Portability and the every real time. In the real time, every application is deployed on the Linux only, because if it's a they are providing the highly secure. Has understood? Yes. Yeah. So what we will discuss today, we'll discuss about the yesterday you discussed, right? We discussed about the how Linux came into the picture, right? So today we'll discuss about the Linux file system hierarchy and the Windows file system hierarchy. So what is that, guys? So the comparisons for the Linux file system hierarchy and Windows file system hierarchy. What are the comparison? Windows file system hierarchy. What is this, guys? So Windows file system hierarchy and Linux file system hierarchy. What is this, guys? So this is a Linux file system. So Windows file system hierarchy and Linux file system hierarchy. Okay. So the Windows file system hierarchy, right? For example, yeah. So the file systems. So for example, so this is a Windows file system hierarchy. What is this? So this is the a Windows file system hierarchy. So whenever we install the OS, right, these folders, while installing the OS, these folders will be created automatically. These folders will be created automatically, and every folder having their own purpose. Every folder having their own purpose. Same like as a Linux also. Linux file system hierarchy. What is that, guys? Linux file system hierarchy. Yeah. So this is the Linux file system hierarchy. So this is the Linux file system hierarchy. Yep. This is the Linux file system hierarchy. So we'll tell you this is the Linux server, guys. cd/ls. So what these are? These are the these are the folders created while installing the OS. While installing the OS, these all are the these all are the so files are folders are created. These folders are created. Okay, so every folder having their own purpose. Something like in our Windows, right? So there are two types of users. There are two types of users. So one is administrator user. So one is administrator user and other one is a normal user. So is that, guys? So administrator user and the normal user. So what are the users? Administrator. So administrator user and the normal user. So normal user having certain limit of permissions, administrator user so having the all the permissions, administrator having the all the permissions, he can do anything on the he can do anything on the Windows operating system. This user is created while installing the OS. This this user is creating this user is created while installing the OS. This user is created while installing the OS and this user we can create after the OS installation. What is that? After OS installation. So right. So normal user having certain limit of permissions, but administrator user is the administrator. He can do anything. So administrator having the all the privileges. So where the normals where the normal users are created, the normal users are created under the /user. The normal users are created under the /user. Guys, understood? So the normal users are created under the so the normal users are created under the users under the users. Okay. So here also there are two types of users. One is a root user and the home. Something like a root user is created. So root user is the super user. Here users. So users can be two types. So one is a root user and the other user is the normal user. Other user is the normal user, root user and the normal user. So for example, normal user is Hari, Kiran, something like Afiza. These all are the normal users. Root user. A root user can do anything. Root user can do anything. Guys, understood? Yeah, root user can do anything. Root user having all the permissions. So yeah, these all are the directories, guys. These all are the directories. In Windows, we call it as a folder. In Windows, we call it as a folder. But in the Linux, we call it as a directory. A folder is nothing but directory. So directory in the Linux, guys. So what is that? The same folder or a directory, both are same. But in Windows we call it as a folder. In the Linux we call it as a directory. In the Linux we call it as a directory. Guys, understood? Yeah. So this is the root directory. Root directory is the directory for the root user. So slash home. So for example, slash home is for the normal user's home directory. Normal user's home directory will create under the slash home Hafiza or something like a Kiran, Pavan, right? So these all are the normal users. Normal users home directory will create under the slash home. So root users home directory will create under the slash root, right? Slash root. And the what is boot? So boot slash boot is the directory. It contains bootable information. What it contains, kind? It contains bootable info. So the starting, stop of VM lineage, everything, the bootable information. Okay. And what is bin? What is a bin? So bin contains, it's a bin a directory. Bin directory contains the yes. So cd bin cd slash bin ls pwd. So right. So what it contains. So now I am in the bin directory. Let's see what are there in the bin directory. So bin directory contains the commands. So how you can interact with this Linux OS, guys? You can interact with the Linux OS through commands only. You can interact with this Linux only through commands, right? The commands will be available. The commands will be available under the bin directory. So right now you understood. So what is sbin? Sbin also contains the super binary commands. What it contains? It contains a super binary commands. cd root is a super user, right? Root is a supervisor. Sudo cd sbin. What is that, guys? Cd sbin. Sbin also contains the uh, commands. These commands will execute only root directory because of root user is a super user. Super user can execute only super user can execute both the bin and sbin commands. So what are the commands, guys? The super user can execute both the bin and sbin commands. Who is the super user? Root is the super user. Root is the super user. Root can execute both bin commands and sbin commands. But a normal user can execute only bin commands. A normal user can execute only bin commands because of normal user, right? Normal user having certain limit of permissions. Certain limit of permissions. A normal user can execute only bin commands, but the root user is the super user. Root can do anything. Root can do anything. Root user can do anything. That's the reason root user can execute any commands. Root user can execute any commands. Okay. And so while installing the softwares, right? While installing the OS, so the packages installed or some softwares are installed. Packages are installed while installing the OS, right? Operating system. So that packages will be installed under which directory? The packages will be installed under USR directory. Which directory, guys? Slash USR contains system related softwares. What are those, guys? System related softwares will be installed under the system related softwares will be installed under the USR directory. USR directory. Guys, understood? Yep. The system related softwares will be installed under the USR directory. So, right. So, third party software, something like yesterday we installed the Java Tomcat, right? Yesterday. So, something like I showed you, right? Java Tomcat. So, Tomcat is the web server. So, Java is something like a system related software. Java is a system related software. So, Java is installed under the slash USR. Which directory, guys? Java is installed under the slash USR. But so Tomcat is a third party. Third party softwares will be installed under the OPT. What is that, guys? So third party softwares will be installed under the OPT, right? Here you see, guys. So program files and program files x86. So I will show you. Yeah, you see Git, Google, kubectl, Lens, Microsoft Office, Notepad++, Oracle, Putty, Terraform. These all are the Amazon, BlueStack, CC Cleaner. So these all are the third-party softwares. All the third-party softwares will be installed under the program files and the system-related softwares. While installing the OS, right, the system-related softwares will be installed under the uh, program files x86. What is that? Program files x86, right? The same like as a USR is the system related softwares. So OPT is a third party software. So third party softwares will be installed under the OPT directory. OPT directory. So temp is the directory. It's a temporary location. If you want to store anything on the temporary, so temporary directory, you can install you can store it on the temporary directory. Something like var logs. The system related logs will be located under the var logs. The system related logs will be installed under the var logs and dev. So what is dev? Dev is nothing but a device information. What is that, guys? A dev is nothing but a device information. Device information means hard disk information. So right, if you want to install the OS, definitely we need a hard disk, right? The hard disk information will be located under the slash dev. The hard disk information will be located under the slash dev. Okay, so now you understood. So slash etc. All the configuration files will be located under the slash etc. Slash etc. What is MNT? The pen drives, USB pen drives will be located under that USB pen drives. So pen drives or USB drivers will be located under the flash MNT. So what is that media? Media is nothing but a the DVD CD-ROM. What is that, guys? DVD-ROM. Sorry, DVD-ROM. You see, guys, this DVD ROMs and so these will be located under the media. CD-ROM, DVD ROMs will be located under the slash media. Guys, now you understood? So root is the home directory for the root user. Slash home is the normal user's home directory. Bin is nothing but a bin contains commands. Sbin contains command. Because the sbin commands will execute only root user, and root user is the super user. Root can do anything. That is the reason root can uh, execute the bin commands as well as sbin commands. So a normal user can execute only bin commands. And dev is nothing but a device information, the storage, the hard disk information. So slash boot contains the bootable info. Slash etc nothing say all the configuration files will be located under the slash etc. OPT is the third party software. For example, Tomcat is the third party software. So we'll install under the OPT. So right. And media is nothing but a CD DVD ROM. So MNT is nothing but a USB pen drive. So var log info. So the all the system related logs will be located under the var log. USR is nothing but a system related softwares will be installed under the slash USR directory. Guys understood? So this is nothing but a Linux file system hierarchy. This is nothing but a Linux file system hierarchy. Understood? Guys understood? Yeah. So I will show you in the Linux. Yeah, I already told you, right, guys? So something like PWD. So I logged in as a which user, guys? I will show you. So duplicate session. I logged in as a root user. The password is Red Hat. So how you can interact with the Linux, guys? You can interact with the Linux through commands only. It's a black screen. Through commands only you can interact the Linux. You logged in as a root user. Root users home directory is slash root. Root users home directory is slash root. And cd slash home. You see, guys. So Hari user. So the normal user's home directory is under slash home. So normal user home directory is slash home, and the cd bin you already seen, right? You already seen the, yeah, all the commands. So these commands will executed by the normal user and root user. cd sbin. cd sbin contains these are the super user super bin commands. So these super commands will execute only super user. So will execute only super user. So for example, so duplicate session. Yeah. So we logged in as a Hari user, guys. Logged in as a, yeah. So logged in as a Hari user, right? So what is the home directory for the normal user? Normal user's home directory is slash home Hari. So right. So a normal user can execute only bin commands. ls is the bin command, pwd is the bin command, cd is the bin command, mkdir is the bin command. All the bin commands will execute by the normal user, but so normal user will not execute by the super bin commands. For example, fdisk command is the super bin command slash dev. So fdisk -l, you see guys. So what it is showing? So permission denied. What it is showing, guys? Permission denied. So root user. So root user. So ls. So fdisk is the, super bin command fdisk -l. See guys, it's executed. It's executed the storage information, hard disk information, so it in the fdisk command, right? So cd bin sbin pipe grep -i. What is that command, guys? Fdisk. Let's check. Cd sbin fdisk command fdisk, right? So this is the sbin command. What this is, guys? This is the sbin command. So sbin command will execute only root user. So sbin command will not execute, normal user will not execute. It is showing permission denied. Now you understood? Yes. And the system related softwares will be installed under /usr. So the something like here we install the packages and cd opt, cd/opt. So this is for a third party software. So the Tomcat is installed in the third party softwares, right? So something like cd/tmp. tmp is the temporary directory. tmp is the temporary directory, and cd/etc. Contains the all the configuration files. You see, guys, .conf, .cfg. The all the configuration files will be located under the /etc. Okay. cd var log. So in I already told you, right? System related softwares will be system related logs. So this is a messages log, last log, mail log, dmessage log, cron log, boot log. So every all the logs, all the logs will be located under the /var log. So cd/boot. So the bootable information will be located under the /boot. Okay. cd mnt. So all the mnt pen drives will be located here. cd/media. A DVD-ROM, CD-ROM will be located under here. If you keep right, it will show it in here. So cd// is the parent directory for all the directories. All the directories. Yes, understood? cd slash is the parent directory for all the directories. What is that, guys? Slash is the parent directory for all the directories. So this is nothing but a Linux file system hierarchy. So this is nothing but a Linux file system hierarchy. Guys, now you understood? Guys, got it? Does anyone having any doubts? Ramakrishna, Hafiza, Kiran. So does anyone having any doubts? Yep, guys. So this is nothing but a Linux file system hierarchy. What this is? This is a Linux file system hierarchy. Hier hierarchy. Yeah. So the next concept is this is nothing but a Linux file system hierarchy. Okay, guys. Yeah. So next, how to install the VMware? How to install the OS? So how to install the OS? For example, Dell PowerEdge R70. So what is this, guys? This is a physical server. What this is, guys? This is a physical server. Guys, this is a physical server. Physical server. The server is something like a Dell PowerEdge R710. Model is this is the model of the server. So this is a physical server. So how you can interact with the server, guys? How we can interact this server? Yeah, if you want to interact with the server, right, definitely we need to install the OS. So we already discussed, right, which OS we are installing. CentOS 7 Linux OS. So we are installing the CentOS Linux with Linux OS. So so we deployed the application code. So we deployed the application code, something like facebook.jar or where. So facebook.jar or where, right? So for example, yesterday I already told you, right, guys, the environment. So for example, this is the production server. What this is? This is the this is the a production server. So something like every server having their own U limit. They're setting the U limit. U limit is nothing but a user limit. What is this, guys? User limit. So what is that U limit? U limit is nothing but a user user limit. So for example, this server U limit is 20,000. What is that? So 20,000 people can connect this server, right? So if something like 1 lakh people are so 1 lakh people are connecting, right? If 1 lakh people are connecting, hello, hey Hassan.
So sorry, sir. Good morning.
Yeah,
Actually,
good.
I
Uh,
slept late today.
yes. Actually, we discussed about the Linux file system hierarchy.
But
So
you have the recording, right?
yes. Yeah. Our
Yes.
recording, yeah. So yeah. So this is the batch. In the tech world with Hari. If you go to the tech world with Hari, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So there will be a playlist. In the playlist,
Mm-hmm.
so this is the DevOps batch. I think 50.
Mm-hmm.
So I uploaded the two recordings, last two recordings
Okay.
in this
Mm-hmm.
playlist.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So please please ping the your email ID. I will provide the recording.
Sure. I
Yeah.
am doing it right now.
Okay. Thanks. Yeah. So, yep. So, Hassan.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So this is the production server. Yesterday we already discussed about the non-prod, prod,
And
and
Dev.
the dev, something like a, so non-prod includes a dev and non-prod includes the dev and QA. So this is the production server. So for example,
Mhm.
production server, many people are using, many people are many people are using the production server, right? So this
Mhm.
something like this server contains, so we bought 5 lakhs rupees for this server, and for keeping the data center we need a another 5 lakhs. So something like, so we are paying 10 lakhs per for this server, right? So this is the production server, we are getting the money. So we are getting
Mhm.
the money. So something like this is the big server. How many people are accessing this server? These people will access 20,000. So how the U limit of the server? What is the U limit? User limit of the server is 20,000.
20,000.
Yeah, up to 20,000 people can sustain because of, so based on the resources, based on the resources, they set the U limit. Right. So this is the
Mhm.
production server. So we are getting the revenue, and the people are using this server, right? But in the non-production environment. So, but in the non-prod environment. So non-prod and prod. What is that? Non-prod and prod. So non-prod is nothing but a, for example, dev and QA environment. So what is that?
Mhm.
Q and dev
Q.
environment. Yeah. So how many
For
people are working for the dev environment?
like it will be just the testing purposes, right?
Ah, yes,
Like very few, like test users,
yes, yes,
like
yes.
100, like 20, 30. Like usually the server which is not doing well in prod or we are going to replace, we usually put it in the QA or dev.
Ah, so for example, so only two people, for example, WhatsApp, chat and contacts, right? Only two people are accessing the server. But what is the U limit of the server?
Like
20,000. But these two
20,000.
people are using. So do we need this much resources in the dev environment?
Say it again, sorry.
So how many people are accessing this dev environment? So how many people are accessing this
Like
Q environment? Only two people are
two
working
people,
on the
yeah.
two
Uh-huh.
people, two people.
Mhm.
But this is the big server, right? The U limit of the server is 20,000 people. So only
Got
2,000
it.
people is accessing the server. Do we need this much resources for the dev and QA?
Definitely not. We just need
A minimal
like
resources. A minimal
yeah.
resources. A big innovative thought comes into the picture. So what this is, guys? This is a physical server. This is a physical server. A big innovative thought comes into the picture, and what is that, guys? Innovate. So innovate
Mhm.
thought comes into the picture. The virtualization comes into the picture. What is that, guys?
Virtualization thought, the thinking comes into the picture when we like
Hmm.
these are the physical servers,
Hmm.
so we can get like in the same price, I think so, ESXi host and after that we start thinking about cloud
Yes. Yes.
rather
Yes.
than having
Yes.
nothing.
Yes. So virtualization is nothing but, so we can divide it based on the resources. We can divide it, and so we can install the any one of the virtualization provides. So who will provide the virtualization? Yeah, I will say you. Yeah, Hassan, we discussed these things.
Mhm.
The recommendations, Q features, OP, what is Linux, who can
Mhm.
enroll this. Yeah, you can watch the recording.
Sure.
Yep.
And you can share this PowerPoint also.
Yeah, yeah, I will share it to you. Actually, I have a GitHub, guys. Mm, GitHub. So I have a GitHub account. You guys, I will provide you this GitHub account.
Hmm. Hmm.
Mm, yeah.
Makes sense.
So all the materials will be available here, but I will create a one folder for this AWS DevOps batch 50, and I will upload all the documents. Okay.
Got it. Hmm.
Yep. Thank you,
You
guys.
can you can share the link. I never worked on GitHub actually, so you will be sharing the link and we will be joining using the email,
Yes,
right?
yes, 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 yes. I will show you how to create a GitHub account.
Okay.
Okay, so Jerry, it's very easy. Same like as how you are signing up your AWS account, but it is not asking the that credit card information. Okay, the card
Got it.
information, or else something like a Facebook or Gmail. How you are signing up your Gmail? Same like as a GitHub. It's very simple. I will show you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
if you don't have an account, if you use this URL, right, it will automatically open the my materials and everything. No need to create an account, but we'll show you. So when we are discussing in the Git, right, I will show you GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket. Okay, three I will show you the remote
Got it.
repositories. Okay, yeah. So understood. So a virtualization comes into the picture. I will show you something, right? 1 second. Yeah, virtualization. So something like why we need a virtualization, something like we can provide the host OS. Something like virtualization created two companies, they're providing the virtualization softwares. Hassan, you know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who are that?
I actually work on the VMware side of
Yes.
Windows VMware side. So yeah,
Uh,
I'm aware of
so
these.
and Oracle also they created a Oracle virtual machine virtualization software. Okay, so in this course, what we will learn? We will learn Oracle Virtual Machine. We will install Oracle Virtual Machine. Then it will be free the resources. You can install whatever you want. So whatever the OSs we want to install it based on the resources. So this is nothing but a virtualization. I think so. Hassan will give you a better SSN.
Uh, Yes. So in virtualization, we usually create multiple machines after dividing the
Yes,
resources.
yes, yes, yes.
In for example, a physical server we get in $8,000, and we just got to use it as one server. But in $8,000, we can get a ESXi host
Yes,
in which
yes,
we
yes.
can create almost 30, 40
30,
servers.
yes,
Uh,
yes. You
30,
see
40
here,
servers like. Yep.
yeah. So what are the advantages? Multiple OS in the same mission we can install, easy maintenance recovery, lower total cost of the ownership. So this is the advantages. Disadvantages, multiple VMs lead to unstable of the performance. Hypervisor are not as efficient as the host. So long boot up process. Okay. So as of now you understand that what is virtualization, right guys? So virtualization you understood, right? So in the virtualization, so we can install the Oracle VirtualBox, then we can install the OSS, right? So now you understood. So we can install the Oracle Virtual Machine, and so we can install a number of OSS. Thank you. For example, for example, I already told you, right, guys? So where we can keep our servers, we can keep our servers in the something like data centers, right? So this is a data center, for example.
We can say
So
that then this EXI host, whenever as compared to a server, it is a complete data center. Like
yes, yes,
in term of servers, it doesn't have, like, it has virtualized switches. I never dealt with that, but it one device is equivalent to a whole server actually.
yes, 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 yes,
Oh,
yes.
whole data center.
Yeah. So something like so we are keeping our servers, Hassan. We are keeping our servers in the data center. Then we are installing the virtualization OS, right? It's a virtualization is a bare metal OS, guys. Virtualization is a bare metal OS. So bare metal means on top of the software, on top of the software. So there will be a OS is included. So something like a Linux OS. So in the virtualization of VMware, so what it contains? It contains the software along with OS. So that is nothing but a VMware ESXi, ESXi 7.0, 6.0. I worked on 6.0,
System.
Hassan.
Yeah, now it is they are releasing 8.0, but we have
8.0.
not upgraded. to 8.0 yet.
Okay, okay. So right, so that the software, if you install the Oracle virtual machine, it will be freely available the resources, and we can create a number of OSs. So based on the resources, if you install the Oracle virtual machine, okay. Yeah, guys, you guys can think like our desktop is a data center. What is that, guys? Our desktop.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the desktop you are using, guys? Laptops. So your laptop
Yeah.
is a data center. So what you can use? So in which OS is installed on our
Windows 11.
Windows 11? Okay. So the resources. What is a resource?
So RAM, CPUs.
So yes. What is that? The resources is nothing but a RAM is nothing but a memory. What is that, guys? RAM is nothing but a memory, and the CPU, central processing unit, and the, so these are the two are the resources, guys, and the HDD hard disk. So something like I have a 128 GB RAM. What is this, guys? 128 GB RAM and 20. So in my server having a 20 CPUs, and HDD is something like 2 TB. 2 TB for a development server, we don't need this much big of this much big amount of resources. This much big amount of resources we don't need. So that's the reason. So we install the virtualization, and we can use the resources, and we can install number of OSs based on the resources. Based on the resources. So you already installed the Windows OS, Windows 11 OS on our laptop, right? So you want to install a Linux machine. So how you can install? You can install the virtualization software. You can install the virtualization software. The virtualization software is something like a
Just like
Oracle VirtualBox or VMware Workstation, right, Hassan?
yep.
So
Yes.
yeah. So in our course, what we will discuss? We will discuss the Oracle VirtualBox. What is that,
Okay.
guys? Oracle VirtualBox.
Just letting you know, 6 days ago they released a new update for virtual workstation, like
Okay.
VMware Workstation. Now
Okay.
it is
Okay.
free of cost.
Free of cost, huh?
Yeah, they made it free.
They made it free. Very good. Nice. So because of this Oracle VirtualBox is freely available. So that's the reason we are using. So it is for the Windows, Mac, Linux, Solaris distributions. So we want to download it for the Oracle VirtualBox for the Windows. Yes, I downloaded the Oracle VirtualBox 7.1.4. Okay. Yes, it's downloaded. It's downloaded. So we can install the Oracle VirtualBox. So Oracle VirtualBox, and we can install the number of OSs based on the resources. So this is my Oracle VirtualBox. So what is this, guys? Oracle VirtualBox. I already installed. I will show you guys. No worries. Yeah, this is my Oracle VirtualBox. I created a new one, right? New one. Red Hat 7. Next, 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 next. Finish. Finish. Cannot overwrite. CentOS 71. Okay, next, 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 next. Yeah. So I created a how many virtual box? Two virtual box I created. Okay. So how many virtual box I created? Two virtual box I created. Yeah. You see, guys? Yeah. So I installed the virtual box. This act as a virtualization. This act as a virtualization. Then I installed the two two OSs, two virtual machine. So we call it as a VM. What is this? VM. So VM is nothing but a virtual machine. So VM is nothing but a virtual machine. So yes. So So the concept is nothing but a physical server, physical server. A big innovative thoughts comes into the picture, and they created a virtualization. Virtualization. So in the virtualization, so we can use the resources. We can use the resources, and for development and QA purpose, we don't need this much of big amount, right? So if we use for the initially they are using only physical servers. Basically, the cost is very high when we adapt when we do the so any hostings. But after the innovative comes start in the picture, a virtualization comes into the picture. So they will reuse for the server and install the virtualization, then they will use for the development environment and QA environment. So tomorrow we'll show you how to download the Oracle Oracle Virtual Machine, and how to download the CentOS 7 ISO, then install the Linux CentOS 7 Linux mission. Linux mission, guys. Yes, tomorrow we'll show you how to install the VirtualBox and how to install the Linux on the VirtualBox. So Oracle VirtualBox will show you. So this is the So this is the Oracle VirtualBox, guys. I connected through the putty. I connected through the putty. We'll show you how we can connect the putty. Okay, tomorrow we'll show you so how to install the OS and how to connect the putty. So what is putty? We'll show you tomorrow. Okay, guys. Yep. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. So we'll continue from tomorrow.